When a LinkedIn Learning course has a GitHub repo that's arranged in branches, you can use the full power of Git and GitHub in the CodeSpaces version of Visual Studio Code. And that can really help you figure out when you've made a mistake. Let's take a look. Let's say that I want to work in this course called Hands-on Introduction to React. I want to look at the second chapter, the 5th video, which is on adding buttons to your modals. There is a way to open up a CodeSpace directly from the course. I'm going to click on Open and ask to create a CodeSpace on main. It's going to give me a way to see a live preview of the project. So I have to do Command click. We're going to take that and put it off to the side. And I'm going to make my other window a little bit smaller so I can see the live preview side by side. I want to go to the branch that has the 5th video in the second chapter. So right here from the branches pop-up, I can go to 0205B. Now if I click here, you can see that this modal has no buttons, which is how the code looks at the beginning of this video. Now, if we watch through the video, you'll be able to see that I add the buttons by modifying some of the code in this video. Now, this is the first place that I can use Git and GitHub to take advantage of how they see files. So if I go back to the tab where I created my CodeSpace, I'm going to click right here to go back to the project. And I'm going to modify this URL and add the words compare and then slash. And I can type in the branch numbers here. So 0205B, and then I'll do a ... 0205E. What that's going to do is let me see the changes between these two branches. And that means that I can see the code that I'm supposed to type in this video and the differences between the beginning and the end of the video. Now let's go back to our CodeSpace. So I know that I'm supposed to make some changes in the app.jsx module. And one of the changes is modifying this line right here. I can also use the diff view to copy and paste code in between the two sides. So I'm going to copy this code right here and switch back to my app.jsx and just paste that code in here. And I know that another change that I'm supposed to do is in this modals.jsx file. And I'm also supposed to add some code here to add the buttons. This goes right underneath the member's bio. And you can see the buttons appear as I modify the code. Now, what if I made a mistake? Here's where I can use Git and GitHub to take a look at the differences between what I did and what I was supposed to do. So I'm going to go over to my clean bash terminal and I'll do a git status to see what has changed. Now I can see here that I modified 2 files and this additional docs was created by my live preview. Now let's say that I made a mistake in this course. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this second button right here. And sure enough, if I click on one of these, I can see that there's only one button. But is there a way to compare what I've done with the finished version of the code? We can use Git to take care of that as well. What I'm going to do is a Git Stash command. That'll revert all my code to the beginning of the video. And then I'm going to do a checkout of the finished version of the code. And now you can see that the button appears here. Now, if I do a git stash pop, what it's going to do is show me the version that I had stashed. And that's going to cause a merge conflict, which shows me exactly what I've missed. Let's go ahead and take a look right here. And you can see that in the code that I had typed, I was missing these 3 lines right here. And that's what I need to change. So I'm going to accept this current change. And you can see that this will make the code work again. This is a real convenient way to use the full power of Git and GitHub if you want to find a problem while you're taking one of the courses.